If your boss is a serious person, you have to be a scumbag. Chapter 71. Exclusive Beauty Customer Service. Chen Dong returned to his office and carefully read the information recently compiled by the investment company. Chen Dong doesn't know much about the recent trends of these companies, but he does know which companies will be popular in the future. As long as he has an impression of the company, there is a high probability that it will be good, and he can focus on investigating it and invest in it. As for whether he can take full control, Chen Dong doesn't particularly care. The three companies Su Weining invested in some time ago did not hold large shares, but the system also included them and calculated the basic amount based on the proportion of shares. The system is still very user-friendly. For companies that Chen Dong has absolute control over, the reward amount is calculated based on the entire turnover, while for companies that only hold part of the shares, the reward amount is calculated based on the shareholding ratio. Chen Dong picked for companies that he was impressed by and read the information carefully. 2 beverage companies, a technology company, and a pharmaceutical company. Sister Weining, let's focus on these 4 companies. I think we can invest more. Chen Dong knocked on Su Weining's office and handed her the company he had circled. Okay boss, I will organize people to conduct a serious investigation. Su Weining saw that Chen Dong had come to deliver materials in person several times, and she suddenly felt that she had not done a good job. Boss, let me look for an assistant for you. It's okay. As the stalls open up later, there may be more and more companies. It's really hard to bear it if I really have to go through everything seriously. When it was almost time for dinner, Chen Dong, who originally wanted to ask Su Weining to have dinner, received a call. It was Lu Yuding, the exclusive customer service assigned to her by the bank that loves deposits. She had bothered her once in Haicheng last time, but now she was too embarrassed to hang up on her directly. Hello, Mr. Chen, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm Lu Yuding, your exclusive customer service representative at ICBC. In view of the huge amount of deposits you have in our bank, I would like to treat you to a meal and help you upgrade to a black gold card. When is it convenient for you? Just today, I just returned to Jinghai. Okay, where are you now? I'll come to pick you up. Chen Dong sent the address to Lu Yuding, and within 20 minutes, he received a call from her. When we got downstairs, we saw a Mercedes-Benz parked next to the office building from a distance. A pretty figure stood next to the car holding a parasol. Chen Dong had good eyesight and looked like a beautiful woman. Hello Mr. Chen, I am your exclusive customer service Lu Yuding. Seeing Chen Dong approaching, she quickly walked up to him, stretched out her slender hand, and shook Chen Dong lightly. Smooth and tender, with a pretty face and a slim figure. The bank work clothes add a bit of charm to her body. It's sunny outside, please get in the car, Mr. Chen. The beauty of the car, the key is that the beauty is the driver, carefully opened the back door of the car for Chen Dong, and tilted the parasol towards Chen Dong the whole time. Even if he was exposed to the sun, it didn't matter. This service is really considerate. Chen Dong's attitude is neither salty nor cold from beginning to end, but when facing such a beautiful woman with such a great attitude, he will definitely not be stingy with his smile. Mr. Chen, I know there is a restaurant with very good food. Would you like to try it? Okay, you can arrange it. Chen Dong didn't pay much attention to food. He agreed to Lu Yuding's invitation purely out of curiosity. What kind of services can this so-called exclusive customer service provide? The place Lu Yuding chose is close to the suburbs, and it takes more than 20 minutes to drive. The environment is quiet, and the cabins are covered with thatch, giving it a farmhouse feel. Entering a small wooden cabin, there is a separate box with a small entertainment room and a bathroom. Lu Yuding took the menu and handed it to Chen Dong. Mr. Chen, look, what would you like to eat? I don't choose, you just have to order. Okay, Mr. Chen doesn't have any taboos. I don't have any dietary restrictions, as long as it's not too unpalatable. Lu Yuding ordered 4 dishes and 1 soup and asked the waiter to serve them quickly. I never expected that Mr. Chen is not only young and promising, but also so handsome. Lu Yuding smiled like a blooming peony. Although it was a professional standard smile, it was bright and moving. Chen Dong naturally turned on the opposite S**X scan, wanting to see the information about the woman in front of him. Name, Lu Yuding. Age, 25 years old. Appearance, 91. Body, 90. Purity sad face 0-aught. Intimacy, 65. It was rare that in such a working environment, such a beautiful girl could still stay clean, which surprised Chen Dong. Chen Dong had heard a lot about the things going on in these units. I didn't expect that the bank assigned me a customer service representative with a beauty like you. If I had known, I would never have hung up on you. Mr. Chen is usually busy with work, so it's normal that he doesn't have time to answer my calls. Lu Yuding smiled. I am deeply honored to accept my banquet despite my busy schedule. Haha, no need to say these useless words. I'm a little curious. What kind of service does the bank provide me by letting you be my exclusive customer service? 24-hour exclusive services throughout the year, including bank deposits, withdrawals, transfers, and private business. What is private business? Simply put, it is your life assistant. Lu Yuding said with a smile, as long as Mr. Chen, your deposit amount in our bank exceeds 10 billion, I will provide you with considerate services in your life free of charge. Does this service include bed heating? Chen Dong's eyebrows raised slightly, and the corners of his mouth outlined a strange arc. Lu Yuding's pretty cheeks instantly glowed with pink clouds, and her beautiful eyes flashed with a little panic. For a moment, she didn't know how to answer such an explicit question. Haha, I'm kidding you. Chen Dong quickly said haha to ease the embarrassment in front of him. I will definitely contact you if I need it in the future. Lu Yuding breathed a sigh of relief. She had rehearsed it in her mind when she came here. What would she do if she met a pervert? But when Chen Dong really asked such an excessive request, she still didn't know how to answer. This girl is quite innocent, I guess she must have a back end in the bank. Think about it, she has a huge deposit of 25 billion in the bank. Who wouldn't want such a big customer? Why would it be her turn? After dinner, Lu Yuding took Chen Dong to the head office of Jinghai Industrial Bank and helped him upgrade his bank card to a distinguished black gold card as quickly as possible, and then thoughtfully sent him back to Dongsheng Investment. Mr. Chen, in the future, whether it is banking business or anything else that needs to be done in life, you can call me. Lu Yuding had a sweet smile on her face and held an umbrella for Chen Dong. No problem. Thank you, Miss Lu, for hosting me today. I will invite you again if I have the opportunity in the future. Chen Dong did not enter the company, but got into his big G and drove towards Jinghai University. Hanin was still there, and Chen Dong, who had rested for a day, was full of energy and full of fighting spirit. Chapter 72. Moving. After picking up Xia Shuihan, Chen Dong hummed a little tune and drove to the villa, his right hand unconsciously placed on the soft thigh beside him. A few blushes crept up Xia Shuihan's pink cheeks. She turned her head and looked out the window, and gently placed her left hand on Chen Dong's right hand. Feeling the delicateness of his skin, Chen Dong turned his head and glanced at that beautiful profile, with a few strands of hair swaying quietly. I stepped on the accelerator with another 3 points of force, and the big G left a series of engine roars on the road. The girl's shyness aroused Chen Dong's protective desire, and he held her tightly in his arms to prevent her from suffering any grievances. Brother Dongzi, I want to go to the study and read a book. Xia Shuihan got up and put on a set of loose home clothes, casually tied her hair behind her head, took a book and went to the study room. The third floor is very spacious, with 2 large bedrooms and a small study room, with an oversized balcony. In the study, Xia Shuihan sat quietly at her desk, carefully reading books about internet operations. During this time, her understanding of the internet has deepened a lot. Malchuan has been established 2 years ago, but Malchuan's takeout has not yet been officially established. At this time, the takeout companies were all small industries, so Chen Dong naturally didn't know about it. It must have been squeezed out of existence by companies such as Mold Group and Saturate, or it was directly acquired. But it doesn't matter. There is still 1 year left until the moldy takeaway is listed. This year is enough for me to do a lot of things. Shuihan, come and eat some fruit. Chen Dong cut a small plate of cantaloupe and brought it into the study room and placed it on the coffee table in front of the sofa. Come over to the sofa and read a book so I can hug you. Yes. Xia Shuihan stood up obediently and sat on the sofa with a book. Come on, open your mouth. Chen Dong took a forked a small piece of melon, and handed it to Xia Shuihan's mouth. Putting down the melon, Chen Dong put his hands around Xia Shuihan's soft waist, resting his head on her shoulder, feeling dizzy as he looked at the complicated words and patterns. Chen Dong's current thinking is that after working for 10 years, how can he remember much of these things from college, not to mention that what he studied in college was not about computer networks. Don't make trouble, Brother Dongzi, I'm reading a book. Xia Shuihan said coquettishly and patted Chen Dong's mischievous hand. Read your book and don't worry about me. Xia Shuihan had no choice but to calm down and read a book. In the evening, Xia Shuihan was preparing to cook when her cell phone rang. Hey, Mom, what's wrong? Shuihan, are you and Dongzi together? Yeah. Xia Shuihan blushed, always feeling like she was caught and her *****D in bed by her mother. Can you guys go home together? There was a thief at home. Everything was stolen, including the computer that Dongzi gave you, and the 20,000 yuan that I got last time. Listening to Luo Qiuan's choking and anxious voice, Chen Dong didn't hesitate, took Xia Shuihan out and got into the car, and drove quickly to Luo Qiuan's home. When Chen Dong and Xia Shuihan opened the door, Luo Qiuan hadn't recovered yet and stared blankly at the messy little home. Embroidery was scattered all over the floor, all corners had been turned over, quilts and pillows had been dropped to the floor, and the bedboards had been lifted and inspected. I just went out to buy groceries, and when I came home it was like this. Luo Qiuan began to blame herself, her voice was choked and her eyes were still wet. It's all my fault. I never took the time to save the money before. Your computer was so expensive and you lost it. Even the clothes Dongzi bought for you are gone. Luo Qiuan's character is somewhat similar to Xia Shuihan's. There has been no man in the family for so many years. Faced with such a situation, she also looks like she is at a loss and doesn't know what to do. Auntie, these are all trivial matters. The total money and items lost at home exceeds 30,000 yuan. The amount is relatively large. You can call the police. Ah, yes, call the police, call now. Let me call, Auntie. Chen Dong took out his mobile phone and dialed the number of the police station. More than 10 minutes later, a police car stopped downstairs and 2 police stations came. This was just an ordinary burglary case. Officer Li, who took the lead, conducted a simple collection of evidence. Aunt Luo, judging from the scene, this was a burglary case committed by a small gang. A total of 4 people's fingerprints were found. We will go back for comparison. But Auntie, don't have too high expectations. There is a serious lack of surveillance video nearby. This small group must have been scouting nearby for a relatively long time and has figured out your daily routine. But fortunately they chose the time to commit the crime after you left home, otherwise there is no telling what would have happened. While they were checking, Chen Dong went downstairs and took 2 packets of huazi from the car, and gave 1 packet to each of the 2 police stations. Thank you for your hard work, Officer Li. If you have any news, please call and let me know. Haha, this is what we should do. However, for the sake of safety, I suggest that Auntie should not stay in this place for the time being. It is really chaotic nearby. We will also increase patrols here in the near future. After sending the 2 police stations away, Chen Dong returned upstairs again. Auntie Shuihan, pack up the things you can use and let's move. Ah, moving, where are you moving to? Luo Qiuan looked surprised, and she still didn't recover. Auntie, I bought a house not far from Shuihan's work and prepared it for you to live in. Now this place is completely unlivable, so we might as well move there. That's so troublesome. Auntie, Shuihan is my girlfriend, isn't this what I should do? Chen Dong smiled and took Luo Qiuan's hand. Auntie, don't refuse. Hurry up and pack the things you can use. We're going to leave now. We can still cook dinner in the past. I'm already a little hungry. Mom, let's move there, don't make things difficult for brother Dongzi. Xia Shuihan and Chen Dong have been together for a long time, and they are used to living in spacious and comfortable villas. Every time they come back to this messy house, they always feel uncomfortable. Comfortable. It's not that I dislike it, but once a person is used to good things, if he tries something bad, he will feel a little uncomfortable. Oh well. The 3 of them started to pack their things. Luo Qiuan was used to thrifting and even wanted to take away the tattered kitchen utensils and the stool with a corner missing. Auntie, these things are available in the house over there. Just bring some clothes. There are also all new things in the kitchen. The already simple home had even fewer things after being robbed. The 3 of them each picked up a few things and moved them all in one trip. There is no need to find a moving company, basically all the things can be stuffed in the trunk, and a little more can be placed in the passenger seat. Xia Shuihan and her daughter were sitting in the back seat while Chen Dong drove to his new home. Shuxiangming Mansion, a community about 3 or 4 kilometers away from Jinghai University, has been built for 3 years. The house that Chen Dong bought is not large, a small 3-bedroom house with an area of 123 square meters. It is transparent from the north to the south and has all the furniture and bedding. It is a move-in house. Chapter 73, Smart Hands. The 3 of them carried their things upstairs. Chen Dong opened the door of room 1208 and saw a neat and clean small home. But in Luo Qiuan's opinion, this is already an extremely luxurious house. The decoration is made of mid-range materials, and the room has good lighting. The L-shaped leather sofa, large LCD TV, marble dining table, and simple and elegant lighting give Luo Chiyuan a different feeling in her heart. Looking at the back of the young man who was her daughter's boyfriend, my heart beat faster for no reason. Auntie Shuahan, this will be your new home from now on. Chen Dong put down the things in his hands, pointed at the house and said happily, although Luo Chiyuan finally agreed to move here because her home was robbed, the result was good. Dongzi, how much is the rent for this house? Auntie can't live in it for free. Auntie, you and Shuahan can live here with peace of mind. I will just deduct the rent directly from Shuahan's salary. Chen Dong didn't care and took the two of them around the house. There are 3 bedrooms and 2 living rooms, 2 bedrooms and a study room. There is no bed in the study room. The bedding in the 2 bedrooms are all newly purchased. You can move in directly, which is very convenient. Dongzi, thank you so much. Luo Chiyuan had many words of thanks in her heart, but she didn't know how to say them when it came to her mouth. You two have a rest, I'll cook, and let's eat together tonight. Okay, thank you for your hard work, Auntie. Go and see your bedroom. Chen Dong pulled Xia Shuahan's cattails. As soon as she entered the bedroom, Xia Shuahan took the initiative to close the door, and threw her soft and jade-like body directly into Chen Dong's arms. Brother Dongzi, thank you. Pa. Chen Dong slapped her tight buttocks. You are not allowed to say thank you to me again, do you understand? Yes. Xia Shuahan's cheeks quickly turned pink and she buried her head deeply in Chen Dong's chest. Brother Dongzi, I lost the first computer you gave me. What a pity. It cost 10,000 yuan. Xia Shuahan felt like her heart was bleeding. If she hadn't known Chen Dong, she would never have dared to think that she would own such a valuable computer. It's okay, we will buy another one tomorrow. Brother Dongzi, why are you so nice to me? Xia Shuahan's peach eyes were filled with mist, and the tenderness in her heart turned into a flood. The strength in her hands continued to increase, and she hugged Chen Dong tightly. You are my girlfriend, if I don't treat you well, who will I treat well? Brother Dongzi. Xia Shuahan's eyes were filled with mist, she stood on tiptoes and kissed him gently. Dongzi, have a drink. I see there are several bottles of red wine in the refrigerator. Luo Chiyuan took out a bottle of red wine. Let's have some drinks together to celebrate Auntie's move to a new house. Chen Dong looked at the large bottle of red wine with a bit of fear. His drinking capacity is average and can only be considered passable. Red wine is fine when you drink it, but its stamina is not small. That's okay, Shuahan and I will drink with you. Luo Chiyuan brought 3 glass cups and poured the red wine into the glasses after it had sobered up for a while. Chen Dong drank half a glass, while Xia Shuahan and her daughter drank it in small sips. Even so, after the meal, Xia Shuahan and Luo Chiyuan each drank a glass, and all the remaining wine went into Chen Dong's stomach. Mom, I feel so dizzy. Xia Shuahan stood up unsteadily with a blushing face. She wanted to help clear away the dishes, but she sat down again. Luo Chiyuan was slightly sober, but also felt a little drunk. As for Chen Dong, he was leaning on the chair with his face flushed, his eyes closed tightly, as if he had fallen asleep. Shuahan, please go back to your room and rest. I will help Dongzi into the bedroom next to you, and then spend the night with you. Okay, Mom, I'm going to have a rest. Xia Shuahan returned to the room with empty steps, opened the window in a daze, lay down on the bed, and fell asleep. Dongzi, let me help you into the room to rest. Luo Chiyuan tried to help Chen Dong up, but when she really started to do it, she realized how weak her strength was and how heavy Chen Dong was. Ugh, why is it so heavy? Luo Chiyuan put Chen Dong's right hand on her shoulder and tried to help Chen Dong up from the chair. Shuahan, let's go and rest. Chen Dong smelled the faint fragrance and hugged Luo Chiyuan in his arms. Dongzi, you should go back to your room and rest. Luo Chiyuan's cheeks instantly blushed, and then quickly spread to her ears. Oh, go back to your room and rest. Chen Dong stood up unsteadily, most of his weight resting on Luo Chiyuan's body. With great difficulty, he finally helped Chen Dong to the bedside. Dongzi, please lie down and rest. Luo Chiyuan gently put Chen Dong down. Chen Dong was lying on the bed, but his hands were on Luo Chiyuan's shoulders. He was full of warmth and tenderness. Luo Chiyuan's plump body was directly held in Chen Dong's arms. She had not touched the opposite S**X for more than 10 years, and she felt like her heart was pounding like a deer, and she instantly became a little girl. Smelling the faint smell of alcohol on Chen Dong's body and the smell that fascinated her, and looking at the side profile so close to her, her heartbeat started to speed up. Dongzi, please let go. Luo Qiuan was panicking, but she didn't dare to speak loudly. She was afraid of waking up Xia Shuohan in the opposite room. Chen Dong turned over, and the two of them instantly changed into sleeping in each other's arms. I will continue to delete. Ding dong, reward the host with a special skill, the red-haired monster's god's hand. We are here to collect a name that is vivid but not vulgar. I have no choice but to use ellipsis instead. Considering that the host is currently in a semi-drunk state, the system has enabled automatic fusion and is in the process of merging. Luo Qiuan's face turned red and she could hear her heart beating rapidly. I don't know when, she finally fell asleep. Fortunately, she didn't drink too much, so she woke up when the sky became brighter. With dark circles under her eyes, she looked at the young man in front of her. How handsome he looked. Hey Luo Qiuan, please show some face. Luo Qiuan quickly got up from the bed, found a set of clothes, hurried into the bathroom, turned on the shower head and rinsed. When I came out of the bathroom, I happened to bump into Xia Shuohan, who had gotten up to go to the toilet in the morning. Mom, why did you get up so early? Xia Shuohan yawned, looking confused. You went into the room to sleep last night, why didn't I seem to see you? Ah, I must have gone. You were sleeping like a pig when I went in. I couldn't even wake you up when I woke up just now. Luo Qiuan laughed and cursed guiltily. Oh, I have to sleep some more. Xia Shuohan went to the bathroom and then went back to the room and lay down. Luo Qiuan put the inner pants in the basin and soaked them in water, looked at the outer pants, and quickly threw them into the washing machine. Chapter 74, Du Meiqing's Little Dream. It was already 8 o'clock when Chen Dong woke up. He opened his pants and took a look, then rushed into the bathroom. Shuohan, help me go downstairs and get a set of clothes from the car. The car key is on the cabinet on the left side of the door. Fortunately, I had clothes in the car, otherwise it would have been embarrassing. I will continue to delete it. Chen Dong was also very surprised. Logically speaking, he often handed in homework during this period, so how could something like this happen? In particular, he felt as if his pants had been moved, and they were not in the position he was usually accustomed to. Could it be that girl Xia Shuohan sneaked in while she was asleep last night? Is she so bold? Chen Dong felt that he had to find a time to privately ask that treasured girl who likes to blush, why did she start to become dirty so quickly? After washing up, Luo Qiuan started to cook 3 bowls of noodles with some meat on them. I just moved here yesterday. Not all the things are there, not even an egg. I'm going to go out for a walk today and buy some things by the way. When Luo Qiuan looked at Chen Dong, her eyes dodged from time to time, not daring to look directly into his eyes. In the future, Dongzi will come over and sit down when you have time, and Auntie will cook for you. Well, then I'll have to come over often to disturb Auntie. Auntie, I hope you can come here every day. As soon as Luo Qiuan said the words, she felt a little ambiguous, and her fair cheeks were instantly covered with pink clouds visible to the naked eye, like a ripe peach. But neither Chen Dong nor Xia Shuohan noticed anything strange. Xia Shuohan thought that her mother just wanted her relationship with Chen Dong to be better, so she secretly looked at Chen Dong with little stars in her eyes. The corners of her mouth raised slightly. What could be more joyful than the man she chose receiving her mother's utmost approval? After breakfast, Luo Qiuan wanted to familiarize herself with the surrounding area, while Chen Dong took Xia Shuohan to the computer city and bought her a computer priced at over 10,000 yuan. He sent Xia Shuohan to the villa and asked her to study hard. He continued preparations for the takeout and online ride-hailing platforms, while he went to the second branch of Kangel's supermarket. The decoration work is already being completed, and the purchased shelves and freezers are being put in place one after another. Looking at the progress, there are still 5 or 6 days before the goods can be arranged to arrive, and the business can start in about 10 days. Lu Dinggang was very motivated, and Chen Dong raised his salary to 8,000 a month, which was directly doubled compared to before. Not only has his salary increased, but he also has financial power that he had never imagined before. Chen Dong has never asked him for the supermarket's turnover, except for letting him take part of the gifts he bought home last time. You only need to report it to Chen Dong, and you can use it to operate the new supermarket. Without promotions, the old supermarket's daily turnover is basically stable at 40,000 to 50,000 yuan, and the profit is close to 10,000 yuan. After the Wanda Plaza supermarket opens, some customers may be diverted. He explained some precautions to Lu Dinggang, and had a good exchange with him about the various advanced operating models he had seen from later generations. Seeing the admiration in Lu Dinggang's eyes, Chen Dong's vanity was greatly satisfied, and he happily opened his mouth. Driving back to the villa. "Well, what are you cooking that smells so good?" As soon as he entered the door, Chen Dong was attracted by the aroma wafting from the kitchen and walked straight to the kitchen. When I opened the sliding door of the kitchen, I saw a virtuous and beautiful lady. Xia Xuehan wore a light blue homely loose skirt and an apron, with her long hair tied back casually. The longer I have been dating Chen Dong, the less youthful and astringent I feel, and more of the charm and plumpness of a young woman. "Brother Dongzi is back. I made a chicken soup with ginseng in it to replenish it for you." Xia Xuehan smiled, like a delicate flower blooming with a beautiful face. "My mother called me in the morning and said that you have been working hard recently and asked me to make something nutritious for you. My mother-in-law is so kind to me." Chen Dong gently hugged the beauty from behind, lowered his head on her shoulders, and gently lifted up her skirt with both hands. "Well, Brother Dongzi, I'm making soup. It'll be dry later. You make your soup and don't worry about me. Then I'll turn down the heat." Xia Xuehan turned on the natural gas fire to the minimum and simmered the soup. The dog author has limited writing skills and has no choice but to use ellipses, so he deleted this paragraph 3 or 4 times. After eating, Chen Dong helped wash the dishes, and the two hugged each other and took a lunch break. At early 3 o'clock, Chen Dong went out again. After a trip to Shangyuan real estate first, Du Meiqing's passion began to fade away. "Boss, I think this real estate is not very suitable for me." Du Meiqing looked at Chen Dong with a look of resentment. This boss didn't care much about her. Could it be that I had an illusion, or was it just me being too sentimental? But if she were asked to ask Chen Dong in person whether he liked her or not, Du Meiqing would still find it difficult to say it. Isn't this kind of thing always initiated by men? You used to work as a real estate agent. Why is this job not suitable for you? I think it is tailor-made for you. Chen Dong glanced at this plump and beautiful girl in surprise. Look at this company, besides the secretaries, who else is female? It's like a monk class. Du Meiqing rolled her eyes at Chen Dong and continued, "Forget it, the most unacceptable thing for me is the men on the construction site. I won't say that they are always shirtless. As long as I go there, their eyes will glow green. If I hadn't been surrounded by many people, I probably wouldn't have been able to get out safely. Those people would have eaten me alive." Chen Dong couldn't help but laugh, which was normal. The men working on the construction site are all holding back their energy. What's more, Du Meiqing is not only beautiful, but also has a particularly prominent figure. She is the kind of woman who makes people think at the first glance. Then you go to the construction site less and let Hui take care of it more. Chen Dong touched his nose and asked tentatively, "What kind of job do you want to do? I'll see if there are any suitable positions for you." Du Meiqing pondered for a while, crossed her arms over her chest, and walked around the office twice. "I can't think of what I want to do now, but my previous dream was to be a big star that attracts everyone's attention. But after this beating, I knew this idea was definitely not going to work." Suddenly, a strange light bloomed in Du Meiqing's eyes, and she came close to Chen Dong. "Do you know the boss of any entertainment company? Why don't you put me in? I can't be a star myself, so it would be good for me to have close contact with those big stars every day." Boom. Chen Dong flicked Du Meiqing's forehead. "What nonsense are you thinking about every day? Celebrities are also ordinary people. They are just more famous. What's so good about them?" Chapter 75. Uncle Wu, is this a regular club? Humph, stop pretending in front of me. Du Meiqing touched her forehead. "Then let me ask you, there is a beauty who is 2 or 3 points worse than me, but she is a queen and often appears on the screen. Tell me, do you want her or me more?" Chen Dong almost spit out a mouthful of 82-year-old blood. This woman was so fierce. "I know even if you don't tell me, it must be that star. After all, what a sense of accomplishment it is. A goddess in the minds of countless men is at your mercy and willing to be your woman. No man can resist this temptation." I have to say that Du Meiqing understands men. When a person's financial status reaches a certain level, any beautiful woman can be easily obtained. The Dragon Kingdom is too big, and its population is also soaring. How many beauties come out of campus every year? If you look at those modeling agencies, you will know that there are a lot of beauties signing contracts. I don't know how many beauties with slim figures and beautiful looks can't find a suitable job, or they can't be sold for the price they expected. Not to mention entertainment companies, there are countless handsome men and women from art academies, film and television academies, but how many of them can eventually sign contracts and become famous? At this time, the star halo can greatly add points to a beautiful woman. Although the aristocratic circle is very chaotic, it is worth the effort of countless beauties with no background to rush into it. Okay, don't think about being a star for now. After all, you don't have any learning experience. Chen Dong directly rejected her idea. Even if he really opened an entertainment company, he would still have a rough idea of which stars would be popular in future TV movies and movies. Why would he have to make Du Meiqing famous? Besides, what if she becomes uneasy and doesn't want to work for him after becoming famous? It's not easy to find a wage earner with good looks and abilities. No, he's a capable person, so we can't let her run away easily. However, what Du Meiqing said makes sense. They have all been reborn, and if there are not a few female stars on board, it always feels like something is missing. If you keep persisting, I will consider which position is more suitable for you later. Then I'll thank the boss here first. Du Meiqing is a smart person and cannot rush into this kind of thing, but her goal has been achieved. As long as Chen Dong keeps this matter in mind, there will definitely be a turn for the better in the future. Of course, the most important thing is that she chatted with Chen Dong alone for a long time, which was enough to make Du Meiqing happy for a long time. At least it showed that Chen Dong still cared about her. The progress of apartment number 1 is very fast. The exterior walls of the apartment buildings that have been capped have been completed and are now entering the decoration stage. The standard for apartment housing is that it must be simply decorated before handing over the apartment. Now that the decoration team has arrived, the task is to connect water and electricity, install lights, paint the walls, and simply make a few cabinets. But the renovation industry was in deep water, so Hu Wei kept a closer eye on it to avoid shoddy quality. After leaving Shengyuan Real Estate, Chen Dong came to Dongsheng Investment. Su Weiniang acted quickly. All the information on Chongjun International has been sorted out. Some of them were queried by herself, and some were purchased from others. Chen Dong read the information carefully and thought it was pretty good. He bought 3 5-star hotels for about 1 billion, one of which also has a 25-story office building. It was a good deal. He took out his mobile phone and called Lao Wu. Uncle Wu, excuse me. Last time you said that the Xiao Group wanted to sell 3 5-star hotels. I have collected enough money here. When can you help me make an appointment with the person in charge of the Xiao family? Haha, you are quite fast. Just wait for me and I'll call and ask. After hanging up the phone, Chen Dong leaned quietly on the boss's chair. Within 10 minutes, Wu Yue called back. Dongzi, at 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, I will make an appointment with Xiao Dexing from the Xiao family at Qiujiu Hall in Jiangnan Watertown. Let's have a good chat then. Okay, I'll be there on time tomorrow. Sister Weiniang, hurry up and recruit a legal team. There will definitely be various company registration and contract matters in the future. Just one professional who understands the law is not enough. Good boss. Su Weiniang felt a sense of accomplishment as she watched the company's personnel gradually increase. 2 or 3 of the company's invested projects were already profitable. It feels like watching your own child grow up. When Xia Shuahan came home in the evening, she saw Luo Qiyuan putting a quilt cover on her bed. Mom, isn't this quilt cover newly washed? Why has it been washed again? Xia Shuahan asked curiously. Oh, Dongzi slept here last night and got a lot of wine on it. Luo Qiyuan's face turned red instantly, and she quickly turned her back to Xia Shuahan, not daring to let her see her face. Just thinking about everything that happened last night, my heart felt like a deer stumbling around. Xia Shuahan did not doubt that she had it, so she went back to her room and took out her clothes to take a shower. The next day, after spending the day normally, I sent Xia Shuahan home in the evening, drove to Wu Youwei's house, picked up Lao Wu, and headed to the Jiangnan Watertown together. Xiao Chen, did your work go well in the end? Thanks to Uncle Wu, everything is fine. Haha, you little naughty boy. In the water town of Jiangnan, Ginghai is a relatively famous club, and many wealthy people like to spend money here. The location is relatively secluded and the surrounding environment is elegant, which makes it worthy of the name. Chen Dong parked the car, looked at the antique clothes, and asked casually, Uncle Wu, this is a serious club, don't engage in such shady transactions. You kid, I am a decent person after all, can I go to a place like that? Don't worry, I've been here many times, it's very formal. You can have good privacy when eating and drinking, and you can also soak in hot springs and have foot massages. Overall, it's pretty good. The waiter at the entrance came forward with a standard smile on his face. Do you two have a reservation? Cheoju Hall, I made a reservation yesterday. Okay, you two, please come in. Chen Dong followed Wu Yue and looked at this pretty good club. He heard the sound of high heels stepping on the ground in front of him. A beautiful woman wearing a red cheongsam, heavy makeup and big waves walked out, twisting her waist. When they passed by Chen Dong, they cursed in a low voice with disdain. It's so disgusting. Two men together only came up with a price of 4,000 yuan. Have I never seen money in my previous life? Chen Dong looked at Wu Yue like a curious baby, as if asking him, didn't you say this is a regular club? Is it such a regular club? How can two men go together? Thinking about this scene, Chen Dong felt that he couldn't think about it anymore for fear of having nightmares at night. Wu Yue shrugged and said he didn't know. It seems that whether a place is formal or not has nothing to do with the venue, the final destination must be the people. As long as the person who comes has this idea, the deal can be facilitated no matter what the occasion. Chen Dong was not disgusted by this. He was even a little curious about which place had higher quality girls. Eating a big meal at home every day, and going out to eat some game occasionally is also a kind of enjoyment. Men become bad when they are rich, and Chen Dong feels that he has gone further and further on this road. Chapter 76. Another big deal. Going to a club to be cool has nothing to do with whether you love someone or not. The main thing is to enjoy the feeling. A gambling father, a sick mother, and a studying brother. There is an unknown story behind every club fairy, and she needs a destined person to soothe her restless heart. Chen Dong pulled his thoughts back and followed Wu Yue inside. There is a unique world at the end of the long and narrow passage, and each of the wooden boxes has its own unique flavor. When Chen Dong pushed the door open and walked in, there were already two people sitting inside. A middle-aged man with bright eyes and the aura of a superior. Sitting next to him was a young man who looked slightly elegant. Quite handsome and looked slightly older than Chen Dong. Both of them were wearing suits and leather shoes, and they were dressed very formally. They looked like successful people, but Wu Yue and Chen Dong seemed a bit casual. Old Xiao, you came quite early. Haha, we can't let the leader wait for me, a common man. Xiao Dexing stood up and patted the young man next to him. You can't call me Uncle Wu yet. Uncle Wu, I'm Xiao Han. I even drank with you last year. Haha, I have an impression. Young people are terrible. They start to take leading roles at such a young age. Wu Yue exchanged a few pleasantries with the Xiao family and his son before introducing Chen Dong. Lao Xiao, this is the buyer I mentioned to you. He is currently the boss of Shengyuan Real Estate, Chen Dong. Xiao Dexingro, who had been through the storm, was still stunned for a while. He thought that this young man was just a relative or secretary brought by Wu Yue, but he didn't expect that he turned out to be the real owner, but he was too young. 1 billion in 2012 was a huge sum of money, and most large companies did not have this strength. Hello, Mr. Xiao, I'm Chen Dong. Chen Dong smiled and stretched out his hand to briefly say hello to the Xiao family and his son. Old Xiao, you are the boss today, and the task of ordering food is left to you. Haha, no problem. Xiao Dexing ordered the dishes generously, pointed at his son and said to Chen Dong, Mr. Chen, if you have the opportunity, you should take care of more dogs in the future. When he was your age, he only knew how to play with luxury cars and pick up girls everywhere. He did not do his job all day long. Chen Dong's eyes lit up instantly. This is the second generation of rich people who are enviable. How different is he? Although he has more than 20 billion, he doesn't know how to enjoy life at all. No wonder people say that it takes 3 generations to develop a true noble. Now that I am suddenly rich, I am not very good at spending money. Haha, Mr. Xiao is too polite. I need Mr. Duo Shenling to learn from me. This is all just a small fuss. I told you not to be so polite. No matter whether the business can be concluded or not, we still have to make friends. We are all working together on the land of Jinghai. We will never meet when we look up. Wu Yue came out to act as a middleman. Don't always call me Dongzi, Uncle Xiao, or Brother Xiao. Uncle Xiao, Brother Xiao. Chen Dong called out again obediently. Haha, then I will give you a big favor and call you Dongzi just like Lao Wu. With the help of the middleman Lao Wu, the relationship between several people has become much closer. Of course, a good relationship cannot be achieved overnight. It requires long-term contacts, cooperation, or gatherings of people of the same generation to make the relationship better, stronger and more reliable. Chen Dong is still very grateful to Wu Yuwei. No matter what his purpose is, this kind of relationship is indeed what he needs urgently at the moment. I only have money but no power. I don't even dare to pretend to be a cuppa when I go out, for fear of being cheated. But Chen Dong is not in a hurry. After all, he has the temperament of a 32-year-old and can slowly build a network of relationships. Furthermore, he has cash flow in his hands that others cannot imagine. Several people exchanged glasses. Chen Dong may have the worst drinking capacity among the four, after all, he doesn't drink much. I'm going to put some water first, excuse me. Chen Dong's face was red, and he shook his body and went to the WC to drain the water. I was washing my hands happily at the sink. When I looked up, I found a familiar figure in the mirror. She is a little fat and feels like she has seen her before somewhere. Watching his leaving figure, Chen Dong slapped his head. Isn't this the Mr. Wang he met when he and Du Meiqing were looking at a house last time? Of course Chen Dong didn't know the specific name. This was a man who could take Lu Bingbing out to see a villa worth more than 14 million. Chen Dong instantly became interested in gossip and followed him by accident. Watching him enter the Hongchen box, the moment the door opened, Chen Dong saw what was going on inside. There were 3 men, and each man was accompanied by 2 beautiful ladies. Some were wearing sexy cheongsams, while others were wearing cool skirts or hot pants. As for the men, they were raising and lowering their hands. They were not holding chopsticks anyway, and they were feeding the food. Chen Dong moved very quickly. Before the door was closed, he casually swung his phone on his lap and took a photo. Although the photo is not very clear because there was no time to focus, the face can still be vaguely seen clearly. Chen Dong staggered back to Chiu Ju's box and continued to brag and spank with the 3 of them. After having enough wine and food, Xiao Dexing suggested taking a bath. Forget it about taking a bath. I'm afraid that when I go back, your sister-in-law and niece will attack each other and scold me so much that I won't be able to sleep at night. Wu Yuwei quickly waved his hand. It's better to seize the time to talk about business while you're awake. Haha, that's okay. Xiao Dexing still relied on Wu Yuwei's opinion. After all, he was not that rich yet. In the Dragon Kingdom, unless you are rich enough to have world-class influence, no one will easily go head-to-head with the boss of Guoxi's unit. Dongzi, I believe Lao Wu has already told you that the 3 hotels will be sold as a package for 1 billion. If you can pay it off in one go, we can discuss the price again. Uncle Xiao, what are you talking about? Chen Dong pretended to be a little angry. We are friends, but how can we make you suffer when doing business? 1 billion is not a penny. As long as the contract is signed and things are handed over clearly, all the money will be in place within 24 hours. Xiao Dexing was stunned for a moment, and he immediately thought clearly that this boy wanted to show his goodwill. Is he willing to accept this idea? Of course, there is absolutely no reason to reject the young man in front of him. Not to mention that I really need a lot of cash. I just bought several pieces of land. Demolition, building houses, and advertising do not require a lot of cash. How to collect funds if the house cannot be sold? You can't borrow so much from a bank. Besides, the other party can take out 1 billion so easily. Although the power behind him cannot be found, but thinking about it, there must be a huge unknown force. On this point, both Wu Yuwei and Xiao Dexing were really wrong. There was only a mysterious plug-in behind Chen Dong, the system. Okay, then just assume that my uncle has accepted your idea. If you have any use for my Xiao family in the future, just come to me. Xiao Dexing put his arm around Chen Dong's shoulders and almost called him brother. If you think I'm old and have some estrangement from you, just go directly to my incompetent son. Although his ability to do business is a little worse, he is still better than me in terms of teaching, eating, drinking, and having fun. Chapter 77. I guess you are hungry. Among the 4, the most sober one is undoubtedly Wu Yuwei, followed by Xiao Dexing, and the most confused one is definitely Chen Dong. A group of 4 people staggered out of the Jiangnan water town. Chen Dong knew that he was going to drink in the evening and had already sent a message to Xiao Lu. He was waiting next to the car at this moment. Lao Wu, Dongzi, let's get together again when we have time. Xiao Dexing and Xiao Han said goodbye to the 2 of them. No problem, Uncle Xiao. Tomorrow, I will arrange for someone to go to Chongjun International's office building to handle related matters. Haha, let's contact you tomorrow. After sending Wu Yue downstairs first and rejecting old Wu's fake invitation, Chen Dong quickly asked Xiao Lu to drive him back to the villa. I took a nice bath and drank a large glass of warm water soaked in wolfberry, and I finally sobered up a lot. Brother Tongzi, can you give me a reward to strengthen my physique? My career has just started. If I drink too much, I will get drunk. How can this be done? Please cheer up, host, the system does have such things, but it requires the efforts of the host to exchange for them. Chen Dong's eyes lit up instantly, and he asked casually because he had seen it in other online novels, but he didn't expect that the system actually existed. It seems that we need to tighten our grip and open more industries. Physical strengthening must be related to the body. Chen Dong's first thought was to acquire a gym. Once the acquisition of the hotel is completed, we will immediately arrange for people to search for it. With Chen Dong's current net worth, it is impossible to just open a store with a small facade. Since he wants to open a store, he must open a good and grand one. The phone rang, and it turned out to be a call from Lu Xiaofeng. Hey, Mom, why did you remember to call me? You melon boy, you forgot about me as soon as you returned to Jinghai. Lu Xiaofeng laughed and cursed on the phone. The furniture for the house in the county town has been bought, and that girl Yurong is really attentive to her work. It feels like she is preparing a wedding room for herself. Do you really not think about her? Mom thinks that girl is very nice, handsome, fertile, and has a docile temper. Mom, please don't mess around with me here. I can handle my emotional affairs myself. Chen Dong comforted his mother and hung up the phone. Remembering that he hadn't contacted Liao Yurong for a long time, he found Penguin and called her via video. The video call was quickly connected, and Liao Yurong's beautiful face appeared on the phone, with a blush on her face and a little wet hair. She was wearing a homely V-neck nightgown. She had obviously just taken a shower, and she was very glamorous. Looking charming. What have you been busy with lately? Keep looking at the furniture, boss. There are so many houses in 2 buildings. You said you want to rent them out. It's hard to rent them without furniture. Liao Yurong had a sweet smile on her face. She felt warm in her heart when Chen Dong called her to care about her work and life. Let's just buy a bed, a sofa, and a dining table. Electrical appliances can easily break if they are not rented out. Let the tenants solve the problem themselves. If it doesn't work, just lower the rent a little bit. Well, that would be easier, just use the same brand. Yes, buy them together and have them delivered to your door and installed. Okay, boss. By the way, is the supermarket on track now? Well, I don't need to take care of it anymore. My uncle got started quickly and was very attentive. Can you not be concerned? The supermarket has been agreed to be under his control, even though it is opened in the name of Chen Dong. There is no way Chen Dong needs to plunder the system's wool. As long as it is profitable, it can only be in his own name. He cannot get any profit, but there must be rewards from the system. Boss, Liao Yurong suddenly became embarrassed. If you have anything to say, just say it, no need to be embarrassed. Boss, after I buy the furniture for the house, I'll go to Jinghai to find you, okay? After Liao Yurong said this, she felt her face getting hot and she buried her head in Lushan Mountain, not daring to look at Chen Dong in the video. Okay, what do you want to do here? My previous dream was to be a fitness instructor, have my own gym, and then buy a big house with a separate fitness area inside. You know, when I was in college, I studied fitness and yoga whenever I had free time. This habit has been maintained to this day. No matter how busy I am, I have to spare at least half an hour every day to practice yoga or fitness. No wonder you have such a good figure. Chen Dong muttered softly. Okay, hurry up and buy the furniture over there. Just buy the 18 family house. Buy the 20 family house first, and then give the house to the agency to see if it can be rented out. If the benefits are still good, I will take the time to go back and tidy up the rest of the houses and continue to rent them out. After hanging up the video, the corners of Chen Dong's mouth raised slightly. The benefits of this reborn person came so fiercely. I just wanted to open a gym here, and soon there were beauties over there who started recommending themselves. Chen Dong began to think about this matter in his mind. Soon, a basic structure was in place, and people could be arranged to handle it tomorrow. As soon as he put down his phone, the phone rang again. Chen Dong picked up the phone impatiently. Su Euro. Is this girl coming over to treat me to a midnight snack again? Hey, Sister Euro, what's the matter? I guess you're hungry, so you came here with some midnight snacks. We're already outside your yard. Come down and open the door. Okay, I'm really a little hungry. Chen Dong stood up and went downstairs with a smile. Su Euro was wearing a V-neck white nightgown. The skirt covered 1/3 of her thighs. Her plump figure was pure and charming, making her a complete beauty. I'll send you the passwords for the 2 doors. If you want to come in the future, just ask me in advance if it's convenient. After closing the door, Su Euro couldn't wait to hang on Chen Dong, pinched Chen Dong's cheek. Well, then you must never bring your little girlfriend back to live together. Don't worry, she lives with her mother. She just comes here during the day and will go home after dinner in the evening. That's good, you are hers during the day and mine at night. Didn't you say you brought midnight snacks? Why didn't I see you? Chen Dong raised her chin teasingly, and Su Euro smiled charmingly. She said nothing, but seemed to have said 1,000 words. The next day, Chen Dong was woken up by the sound of Su Euro getting up. This woman was really crazy yesterday. I really don't know what happened to Ching Fei before. Such a beautiful wife is not well guarded at home, and she likes to run out every day. Is it true that domestic flowers don't have the fragrance of wildflowers? The key is how can the quality of those wildflowers compare to Su Euro? Chen Dong strongly doubts this. A beauty like Su Euro can definitely be called a giant panda, rare and precious. In this regard, Chen Dong could only express that he did not understand Boss Chi's brain circuit. He refused to appreciate the stunning peonies at home and insisted on admiring the wild chrysanthemums on the roadside. Chapter 78, Exchange Secretary's Experience. Come to my house for breakfast later. You worked hard last night. Su Euro's face was rosy, she kissed Chen Dong on the face and walked out swaying. Chen Dong lay down until almost 9 o'clock before getting up. After a brief wash, he poured a cup of boiling water into the glass, thought for a while, then grabbed a handful of wolfberries and put it in. When the water temperature comes down, I drink a large glass of it and I feel like I have finally regained some of my energy. This kind of intense exercise can only be done once every 3 days at most. If you exercise like this every night, you will be exhausted. After eating breakfast cooked by the nanny Aunt Wang at Su Euro's house, Chen Dong left gracefully in Aunt Wang's meaningful eyes. I drove to Dongsheng Investment and knocked on Su Weiniang's office. Sister Weiniang, the candidates are all ready. We will hand over Chongjun International to the Xiao Group later. Boss, we've already found him. We've also specially invited the top lawyer from Sunta Law Firm to come over and help. That's good. Professional matters still have to be left to professional people. In addition, our legal team still needs to be set up as soon as possible. There may not be fewer such things in the future. I see. At 10:30, Chen Dong took Su Weiniang and 5 other people to the main building of Chongjun International. Standing downstairs, looking at this 65-story 5-star international hotel, I felt a little dazed for a while. Although this is a local 5-star hotel in Jinghai, it is definitely one of the most luxurious hotels in Jinghai currently. It can even be said to be a very famous building. The hotel area is below the 40th floor, and the 41st to 65th floors are the office areas for some of Zhao's businesses. The south entrance off the main road is the hotel area. Drive in on the slightly smaller road to the north and you will find a yard of about 200 square meters. The entire building has 3 floors of underground parking garages, one of which is used for office areas. As soon as Chen Dong entered through the gate, he saw Xiao Han coming up to him with a smile. Dongzi, this way. Brother Xiao, I've kept you waiting. Chen Dong stepped forward with a smile, and the two shook hands. Nowhere, we have been busy cleaning things in the morning. My office has also been vacated for you. Just buy a few things and put it in for use. Ah, do I belong to the magpie's nest? Chen Dong also didn't expect that Xiao Han's office would be here. Zhao's has many industries, with a market value of about 40 to 50 billion, and has a dedicated office building. Based on Chen Dong's rough understanding, as long as the Xiao family maintains its current size and doesn't do anything stupid, when housing prices rise in a few years, their market value can easily reach hundreds of billions. Taking the 3 5-star hotels in front of me as an example, judging from the price alone, it is expensive to buy one. But as long as the things don't become too dilapidated, after 3 or 4 years, I can change hands and sell them for 4 to 5 billion. In this kind of thing, only you can clearly know the market situation. Many other people have predicted that the real estate industry has great potential, but no one can tell exactly what the market situation is. Take the current Xiao family as an example. They are selling these 3 hotels in order to raise funds to vigorously expand into real estate. Haha, if anything, I have already prepared to move out from here. A project has just been taken over in Beicheng, and the Yamen wants to turn it into a food street. We have already photographed the land, and are now busy demolishing it. Congratulations, this is another big project. Haha, it's all a small matter. Once it's done, the profit will be only tens of millions. Compared to Dongzi, a big boss like you who spends billions at every turn, I am nothing. Well, I didn't get this money by working hard on my own. I'm actually very envious of rich second-generation people like you who can participate in various important projects, so I pooled some money to buy this hotel. I also wanted to own it. Make a career. Xiao Han almost spat out a mouthful of 82-year-old blood. Are you speaking in human language? Su Weining followed behind, covering her mouth and smiling softly as she listened to the conversation between the two. She was the one who knew best how the money came from. She participated in the whole process of the last crude oil futures trade. The president's office on the 65th floor has a panoramic view of the nearby Jinghai Sea, floor-to-ceiling windows with full sky views, luxurious mahogany desks, and soft and comfortable boss chairs. On the entire top floor, there are a total of 3 large offices and 2 small offices, and the rest of the space is used for leisure and entertainment. Fitness area, movie viewing area, coffee break room, all that's missing is a swimming pool. However, it is really inconvenient to have a swimming pool at such a high location, and it is very troublesome to clean. The most important thing is that there is a swimming pool in the hotel downstairs. Chongjun International is at the forefront of many hotels in this regard. It is large enough and is a 5-star hotel integrating accommodation, catering, fitness and entertainment. Some urban white-collar workers never live there, but they still charge swimming pool membership cards here to swim. As for the hotel's gym, it is simply equipped with a few trainers to serve customers in suites and above. Even if you don't want to stay in a suite and want to use the gym, you have to apply for a card and no coaching services are provided. I have hired someone to move all the things in the lounge to the hotel downstairs. Then you can ask the hotel manager to help you buy some good ones, then put the office computer on the rack and you can move in. Xiao Han pointed to the luxurious CEO's office and introduced it to Chen Dong, while Su Weining took the other 3 people to discuss the relevant details with Xiao Han's team. Xiao Han's secretary was a plump girl. She thoughtfully poured a cup of tea for the 2 of them and then stepped aside. Her hair is slightly curly with small red waves, and her professional OL outfit shows off her female intelligence and charm. Chen Dong unconsciously turned on the opposite S*X scan. Name, Du Wan. Age, 26. Appearance, 90. Body, 92. Purity, 2 to 398. Intimacy, 60. Sure enough, the rich second generation has good taste. One secretary's appearance is in the 90s, making her a school beauty. But if you think about it, you will know that this is completely normal. There are so many Longhua universities, and so many students enter the campus every year. No school in any given year must have a few beauties with a beauty score above 90 points. Brother Xiao has good taste. This young lady is very good in both appearance and ability. Haha, if you say anything else, I might give it to you as a gift, but Secretary Du can't do that. I have been with you for 2 years, and she helps me handle many of my personal affairs. Otherwise, I will let her stay and be your secretary. I don't dare to take away someone's beauty. Chen Dong quickly waved his hand, as if I understand you. This is not only helping to deal with your private affairs, but also helping to solve your personal needs. Although the secretary is beautiful, Chen Dong is not the kind of man who wants to get married. After all, he is no longer Chugu. But it would be better for him not to touch a woman who is a good friend. The thought of becoming like-minded with his friend makes him feel a little uncomfortable. I see that the girl you brought is not only beautiful, but also very capable. Sister Weining is my #1 general, do you want to poach people from me? Haha, that's absolutely not possible. Xiao Han laughed, leaned towards Chen Dong, and lowered his voice. Is there any suitable secretary candidate? I really don't ask the hotel manager Zhang to help you find a few personal butlers in the hotel for you to choose from. Those girls are definitely very good-looking and have great figures. Secretary, if it's not pleasing to the eye, why do you need her? Xiao Han looked like a secretary who had something to do but was looking for something for the secretary to do. Chapter 79. Officially taking over the hotel business. It has to be you rich second generation who know how to play. Chen Dong said with enthusiasm. TCH, it sounds like you are not the second generation rich. Xiao Han looked at Chen Dong teasingly, as if he knew you were pretending. Chen Dong touched his nose in embarrassment. That's right. He just said that he got the 1 billion from his family. Haha, my family is very strict and I have never gone out to play much before. So far, my best car is still the Mercedes-Benz G that I drove here today. To be honest, I only bought this car less than a month ago. Ah, how miserable are you living? Xiao Han instantly felt sympathy for this second generation, who was a few years younger than him. Don't worry, Dongzi. If anything fun happens in the future, I will definitely take you with me. Then it's settled. I'm definitely not short of money now, but I just don't know how to enjoy life. Haha, you can have a good discussion with Manager Zhang about this. He has been managing the 5-star Hotel Changjun International for 5 or 6 years and has seen all kinds of luxurious scenes. Xiao Han suggested to Chen Dong, but then he seemed to think of something. Of course, Manager Zhang was promoted by my father. You can let him change positions after you hand over the work clearly. Brother Xiao is out of business now. I have always been trustworthy in employing people. As long as Manager Zhang is willing to do a good job, I will definitely keep him and entrust him with important tasks. An hour passed in a hurry, and Su Weining and a middle-aged man in his 40s knocked on the door and walked in. Boss, everything is connected. The contract is here. The legal team has also checked it carefully. There is no problem. Okay, then I'll sign and transfer the money. Chen Dong took the contract. He had already read it briefly, but to be honest, he was not particularly good at many things. Sign your name, then call Lu Yuding and ask her to help transfer the account. Xiao Han signed and sealed on behalf of the Xiao Group. A set of procedures was basically completed, and the rest was left to his subordinates to continue the operation. Dongzi, this is Zhang Kai, the general manager of Changjun International. Xiao Han pointed at the middle-aged man who just came in and introduced him to Chen Dong. Manager Zheng, Mr. Chen will be your new boss from now on. Follow Mr. Chen and work hard. Understood, Mr. Xiao. Zhang Kai nodded towards Xiao Han, then turned to Chen Dong and respectfully called boss. Okay, it's time for dinner, let's go to the hotel downstairs to have Chinese food. Chen Dong acted like a host. Haha, then you can treat me to this meal. Xiao Han and others got up and walked towards the elevator. In the most luxurious box on the 22nd floor, Chen Dong, Xiao Han, Su Weining, and Zhang Kai sat at the table and finished their Chinese meal in a harmonious atmosphere. Xiao Han's troops have all withdrawn, leaving only a few people here to further hand over related matters. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for successfully acquiring the 5-star hotel chain Changjun International. The reward skill is Hotel Management Master, and you will get a lucky draw opportunity. Hotel Manager, after integrating this skill, the host will have a thorough understanding of the management and operation of the hotel, making it easier for the host to successfully develop the hotel business. This skill is more or less useless. Chen Dong himself will definitely not manage any hotel, but after the real integration, Chen Dong found that it is really delicious. With his advanced knowledge and complete changes to the hotel's business model, Changjun International will definitely go out of Jinghai and open throughout the Dragon Kingdom. System, lottery. I finally waited for the precious lottery opportunity, hoping to get something good. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for winning a special talent card. After using it, you can choose one of the 3 special talents to view detailed information. It's the talent card again. It seems that there are no good business opportunities recently. Last time, Lao Mi launched 2 waves of operations in the Middle East. It is estimated that the harvest is almost exhausted, and he can only reward his special talents. Chen Dong was not in a hurry to open a talent card. He had time to straighten out the hotel first and get it on track. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the management of the 3 hotels came to the conference room on the 64th floor. Chen Dong sat in the main seat, looked at the 20 or so executives below, and began his first speech after taking over Changjun International. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Chen Dong. I am the current boss of Changjun International. Mr. Xiao has packaged and sold all of Changjun International to me. As the boss, I won't interfere too much with everyone. The hotel's operating model will remain the same as before, and there won't be much change. After looking at the financial statements for July, the 3 hotels combined had a turnover of 10.7 million yuan and a profit of 2 million yuan. I think this turnover is a little less, and there is still room for improvement. Let me tell you what I think. The first is that our service standards are not differentiated. The service standards for presidential suites and ordinary suites are basically the same, so why should I stay in this 40,000 per night presidential suite? Is it bigger? Not here for a party. There must be a difference in service standards between 40,000 customers per night and 20,000 customers per night. I see that there are many luxury cars under every hotel. How much money will be sent to a Rolls-Royce? How much money will be sent to a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW? The decoration of our hotel is definitely the most luxurious in Jinghai, but it does not make the hotel famous. I think this is a very important point. After the meeting, Manager Zhang asked everyone to work out a plan to provide differentiated services. The second reason is that our customers are not sticky enough. Many people are unwilling to come back after staying once or twice. My idea is to implement a membership grading system. You can upgrade your membership level by spending different amounts. The higher the membership level, the more thoughtful and meticulous services I will enjoy. Chen Dong talked for half an hour about his understanding of hotel operations, which completely changed Zheng Kai and others' impressions of Chen Dong. They originally thought that he was a second-generation rich man who bought hotels for fun, but he turned out to be an expert. The hotel operation concept mentioned by Chen Dong is indeed a new thing, many of which have never been heard of before. Mr. Chen, we will implement your request immediately, and we will come up with a specific plan and send it to your office tomorrow morning. Zheng Kai took the lead in making a statement. Don't worry, everyone, as long as you follow me and work hard, I will never treat you badly. Chen Dong smiled and expressed his thoughts. He also wanted to paint a big cake for everyone, or throw in some sweetness. Based on the July financial statement, starting from this month, as long as the turnover exceeds 12 million, I will use 50% of the profit to give bonuses to everyone. How to pay this bonus will be decided by all senior executives after everyone has made achievements. It will be measured based on the position, tasks, and daily performance, and it will be specific to everyone in the hotel. Everyone's breathing began to quicken. These days, everyone's salary is not very high. Even Zheng Kai's monthly salary is only about 20,000 yuan. If the turnover exceeds 12 million, the profit will be at least 2 million and upward. Taking at least 1 million as a bonus every month is terrifying. In the past, at the end of the year, I would only receive a bonus of 4 to 5 million yuan at most. The more is 5 or 6,000, the less is 1 or 200. The total number of employees in the 3 hotels is about 1,000. If they receive more than 1 million in bonuses every month, on average, each person can receive 1,000 per month. Of course, it is definitely impossible to practice egalitarianism. The evaluation criteria must be based on the tasks of the position and whether the work is completed well. Chapter 80. Give me 10 or 8 children. After the meeting dispersed, Su Weiniang's beautiful eyes were filled with little stars, and she looked at Chen Dong with admiration. What's wrong, Sister Weiniang? I have flowers on my face? Chen Dong joked. No. Su Weiniang was like a little girl whose inner secret was discovered by others. Her delicate face was instantly covered with pink clouds, and she turned her head away. Boss, I was thinking about a problem just now. Oh, that's it. Chen Dong looked like he understood and stopped teasing this sister. Sister Weiniang, inform the employees at Dongsheng Investment that they will move here tomorrow. All of them will move here. Both floors 63 and 64 are for Dongsheng Investment. You should plan carefully and contact the moving company tomorrow. In addition, your office is also placed on the top floor, next to my office, for easy communication. Okay, boss. Su Weiniang gently pulled back her hair, smiled, and blushed again. Boss, I've hired a secretary for you. I told her to come to work tomorrow. Do you want to have another interview when you see her? Secretary? Chen Dong's mind instantly thought of Xiao Han's beautiful female secretary with Anna's figure and first-class appearance. The corners of his mouth raised slightly. Okay, let her come to work tomorrow and I'll take a look. Zheng Kai acted quickly. In Chen Dong's office, all the bedding in the lounge has been replaced with new ones. The 4-piece set is the same style as the presidential suite, which feels very comfortable. Chen Dong lay down comfortably on the boss's chair and closed his eyes. Brother Tongzi, activate the special talent card. Ding dong, congratulations to the host for successfully using the special talent card. You can choose one of the following 3 talents to view detailed information. 1. Top bodyguard. 2. Future movie queen. 3. Top housekeeper. Chen Dong pinched his nose. His company is getting bigger and bigger, and it will come into contact with more and more forces in the future. It really needs a qualified bodyguard. The best thing is to use this bodyguard as a wedge to form a security company. Top bodyguards first. Chen Dong thought silently in his mind. Congratulations to the host for successfully viewing top bodyguard-related information. Dao Feng, male, 22 years old. He joined the army at the age of 18 and served in a special force. He is an A-scout and is proficient in various types of ordnance, reconnaissance, and combat. He has been to the Middle East several times to perform missions, and has fought against internationally renowned mercenary groups many times without losing. Later, he accidentally killed a hostage during the execution of his mission and was forced to retire early. Currently unemployed and facing difficulties, his address is XXX, Ginghai. This one is a bit cool. He has served in special forces and has fought against mercenary corps several times in the Middle East without losing. Such a person is definitely not just a top bodyguard, this is a complete script for the return of the King of Soldiers. Picked up the phone and called Su Weining. Sister Weining, please immediately arrange for someone to register a security company, let's call it Dongsheng Security. In addition, help me find someone, called Dao Feng, and say that our security company wants to hire him as the head coach, and the salary will definitely satisfy him. After arranging these things, Chen Dong got up and went downstairs. It was almost 5 o'clock when I returned to Zhuyuan Garden, and Xia Xuehan was reading a book seriously in the living room. Seeing Chen Dong come back, a special look suddenly bloomed in his beautiful peach eyes, and the smile on his face was like a ray of warm sunshine in spring, and like a blooming peony, bright and moving. Brother Dongzi, you're back. Like a baby swallow, Xia Xuehan jumped directly into Chen Dong's arms, wrapped her hands around Chen Dong's neck, and greedily breathed in his scent. Hugging the beautiful woman's soft waist, wisps of fragrance floated into her nose, as warm and soft as jade, filling her arms with fragrance. Gently holding her round thighs, Xia Xuehan hung directly on Chen Dong. As time went by, Xia Xuehan became more and more attached to Chen Dong, and she wanted to hug him whenever they met. How long has it been since we last met, do you miss me so much? Chen Dong joked. Then what will you do when you go to college? I just want to hold you like this. I won't be able to cling to you every day since I go to school in half a month. The two of them were leaning on the sofa, Xia Xuehan's head resting on Chen Dong's shoulder, her right hand gently caressing Chen Dong's face, her peach eyes full of tenderness. Like all couples in love, they wish they could be together 24 hours a day. Xia Xuehan is no exception. At this time, she especially hopes to see her lover every moment. Deleted a lot, just make do with it. Brother Dongzi, let me go cook. Xia Xuehan raised her head, her black hair falling like a waterfall from her shoulders, and her face was still flushed. You take a rest, I'll cook today. Chen Dong kissed her gently on the forehead and entered the kitchen. After a while, Xia Xuehan regained her composure. Looking at the busy figure in the kitchen, the corners of her mouth raised slightly. This is your own heaven, your own everything. As long as he is around, I feel extremely at ease. After eating, Xia Xuehan rushed to wash the dishes, and the two held hands and walked outside. Brother Dongzi, my mother has been asking me for the past 2 days when will you go there again. She said that she was in a hurry last time and didn't treat you well. Then tomorrow, you go back and tell Auntie that the store I prepared for her is almost ready. Let's go and have a look tomorrow. It should be able to open smoothly in the next few days. Well, Brother Dongzi, thank you. Xia Xuehan gently held Chen Dong's arm and rested her head on him. Tell me thank you again, are you looking for a fight? But what if I just want to thank you? What else can you do? I've already pledged myself to you, so just give me 10 or 8 children. Chen Dong smiled and pinched her nose. Yes. Xia Xuehan's fair face was covered with pink clouds, she lowered her head and nodded. Haha, what a fool. Chen Dong hugged Xia Xuehan hard and sighed that he had found a treasure. At night, Chen Dong was lying on the bed, scrolling through the news on his mobile phone. At present, short video software like Douyin has not yet come out, and smartphones are still in the era of explosive development. Most of the games available for entertainment are PC games, and mobile games are still mainly Snake. Chen Dong naturally has no interest in them. The cell phone suddenly rang, it was a call from Hu Wei. Hey, Awei, what's wrong so late? I broke up with Li Xiaoyu, Dongzi.